By 1932, this committee had grown so much that it was separated into 3 separate committees: Americanism, National Defense, and Approved Schools. By 1934, the National Society supported 35 approved schools, and in 1940, during Continental Congress, it was resolved that as the vacancies occurred, no new schools would be added, which is probably good, because can you imagine trying to support 35 different schools? It's hard enough with 5 of them. In 1960, the committee was renamed DAR School Committee. The committee now supports 5 schools, 1 DAR school and 4 DAR approved schools. And who knows which is the DAR school?
The one in the Carolinas or whatever.
KDS?
KDS, yes.
Yeah.
Kate Duncan Smith DAR school. That's the one that's totally DAR school. And then there's 4 DAR approved schools. And those are, let's get this to work now. There we go. DAR approved schools is Berry College, Krosnor Communities for Children, Hillside School, and Heinemann Settlement School. Excuse me. All these schools were begun in rural and disadvantaged areas where public education was not accessible. The mission of these schools is to provide traditional values and educational skills to the students to help them reach their full potential in life. While each school has a different focus, they serve a variety of special needs programs, including adult literacy, attention deficit disorder, dyslexia, and children and family crisis. Today, the DAR schools serve thousands of students from preschool through college and are helping to make a difference in their lives. Each school is now owned and operated by a private, nonprofit corporation in the state in which it's located. So let's begin our DAR school trip. Now that we can go across Canada, it makes it a little faster. During COVID, you have to go down underneath there. And our first stop is Hillside School in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Hillside School was established in 1901 by 2 sisters, Charlotte Drinkwater and Mary Drinkwater Warren. And they don't have a picture of her. Their purpose was to establish a self-sustaining school for poor and homeless boys on their farm in Greenwich, Massachusetts. In 1927, it moved to its present location in Marlborough. Throughout times of chronic financial difficulties, particularly during the Great Depression and 2 world wars, Hillside continued to provide a haven for boys who had nowhere else to go. Until the 1980s, the farm was central to the school's existence. The boys grew crops and raised cattle, pigs, and chickens, providing food for the entire community. The school continues to have a full working farm and greenhouse, which provides a unique living classroom experience for students. Since 1925, the DAR support has taken many forms, from scholarships to physical improvements to equipment for classroom enhancements. Among these are a new gym floor, lacrosse team uniforms and goals, the Innovation Center where 21st century skills are learned, a 3D printer, a greenhouse, and farm kitchen. The boys are told, if you like something about Hillside, chances are you could thank the DAR. Today, Hillside has a reputation as a premier junior boarding school, providing structured, supported, and challenging academic opportunities for boys in grades 5 to 9, both traditional learners and those with learning differences, in preparation for secondary school. The Hillside core values of compassion, determination, honesty, respect, and brotherhood are of central importance. Hillside promotes the education of worthy and needy young men while providing an environment that encourages patriotism and family values for those students. Thank you, DAR. We now head south of the Mason-Dixon line to the Krosnor Community for Children in North Carolina. Krosnor Communities for Children is a recognized leader in helping children who have experienced abuse or other trauma reclaim, rebuild, and reimagine the essential belief in a safe, dependable home. The Krosnor School was founded by Dr. Mary Martin Sloop and her husband, Dr. Eustace Sloop, in 1913. The Sloops first came to the mountains of western North Carolina on their honeymoon, where they fell in love with the region, its scenery, and its people. The couple felt called to bring health care to the area where modern medicine was unavailable. The Sloops would often ride on horseback to visit their patients who lived in remote areas. You can see then the picture on the left there They are doing surgery underneath a tree.
Oh my gosh.
It was more sanitary to do it there than it was in one of the houses.
Jeez.
Mary Sloop reached out to the DAR to support the school, and Krosner became a DAR-approved school in 1921. And there's a book about her, it's, I can't remember what it was called, but it was really interesting when I was putting this together. It was really interesting to read about them and all that they did. And, you know, they would ride horseback up in the mountains, and, you know, it was just really wild. Krosner first served as a boarding school where disadvantaged mountain children could live and learn. The Children's Home was founded in 1909. It served thousands of children for many years as an orphanage. On January 1st, 2017, the two organizations merged into Krosner School and Children's Home for the purpose of serving more children in Western North Carolina. It is a nonprofit residential foster care home for children in crisis from North Carolina. They have 3 locations, one on 86 acres in the Blue Ridge mountain town of Krosner, the second located on 212 acres on the edge of downtown Winston-Salem, and the third in the historic district of downtown Hendersonville, North Carolina. There are 5 homes on the Winston-Salem campus and 14 homes on Krosner campus that serve the everyday needs of 130 children. The children lived under the close supervision of 2 cottage parents, dedicated professionals who provide love and assistance 24 hours a day. Krosner Community for Children is licensed to serve children from the ages of 1 to 21 on their campuses. Williams Academy opened in 1999 and serves all residential children on the Krosner campus. Along with residential students, the Academy also serves students from the community. It's a public K-12 charter school. The mission of Williams Academy is to offer a stable, emotionally supportive educational environment for children with the goal of empowering each child to achieve his or her real academic and social potential. Krosner Community for Children residential children are admitted either through the Department of Social Services, the Department of Juvenile Justice Systems, or by private placements. These are children that are currently living with a parent and or legal guardian and need possible out-of-home placement. So those are the percentage of the children with all these different things, why they have to be taken out of their homes. Krosner Weavers, I was going to wear my Krosner thing and I forgot to do that, was founded in 1913 by Mary Martin Sloop to keep alive the art of hand weaving, to give an economic opportunity to local women, and to promote Krosner through the sale of beautiful hand-woven goods. DAR is one of those that donated money to begin the weaving program. Dr. Sloop also raised funds for the school through the sale of used clothing, which they still collect. When the weaving room burned in 1935, Sloop appealed to the DAR, who helped construct a more permanent building in stone that houses a museum and retail shop. You can support the shop by purchasing hand-woven items through the link on their website. And they're beautiful, hand-woven. Anybody know the pattern that the lady is weaving there? It's actually called the DAR pattern.
I have a scarf.
Yeah, you can get scarves and things like that.
I did get one.
Yeah. From North Carolina, we head down to Rome, Georgia to visit Berry College. Berry College was founded in 1902 by Georgia daughter Martha Chesney Berry. It's a private coeducational liberal arts college with Christian values, located on more than 27,000 acres of beautiful woodlands, meadows, and streams, located in northwestern Georgia. Martha Berry founded the Berry Schools for academically able but economically poor children of the rural South, those who usually could not afford to go to other schools. These schools of the early 1900s grew within 3 decades into Berry College, a comprehensive liberal arts college. As a result of her 40 years of work with the schools and college, Martha Berry is among Georgia's most prominent women of the first half of the 20th century. She began with just telling Bible stories to 3 young boys, which then evolved into Sunday school classes for the community. On January 13, 1902, she opened the Boys Industrial School with 5 boarding students on the land near her home. The school later became known as the Mount Berry School for Boys, and on Thanksgiving Day 1909, she opened the Martha Berry School for Girls, approximately a mile from the boys' school. In 1904, 2 years after Martha Berry founded her schools in the foothills of northwest Georgia, This Georgia daughter spoke about her work at DAR Continental Congress in Washington, D.C. She told about the young people who desperately needed the education of head, heart, and hands that only her school could provide, and who, without the support of daughters and others, would be unable to have it. She was a very persuasive woman. After her presentation, Berry became the first school approved by the DAR for support. Now, more than a century later, Berry College remains the school with the longest association with the DAR. In 1926, she established Berry Junior College, which in 1930 expanded into a four-year school. The high schools were closed in later years following Berry's death in 1942. The college has continued its founder's focus on providing students with a comprehensive education of the head, the heart, and the hands. Her motto still endures, not to be ministered unto, but to minister. The growth and changes that Miss Berry was able to bring about were made possible by the school's many steadfast friends, including individual daughters, chapters, and state societies across the country, as well as the National Society. And Henry Ford was a big supporter of hers. They gave millions of dollars and built a lot of these buildings. While through the years the school adapted to meet new needs, Berry has always remained true to its emphasis on service and on producing good citizens who have a strong academic foundation, a sure moral compass, and a well-honed work ethic. Today, the school that Martha Berry began in a log cabin is in the top tier of the nation's liberal arts colleges and is the only college among DAR's 5 approved schools. Isn't that beautiful? Check out their website, and it's just beautiful, the landscape and all that. All right, next stop is Kate Duncan Smith DAR School, which provides a high-quality education for the students of Gunter Mountain in the Appalachian area of northeast Alabama. The non-residential school provides academic, patriotic, and social opportunities for children of the largely rural area of Marshall County, Alabama. KDS was organized by the Alabama Society Daughters of the American Revolution in 1924 and joined by the National Society in 1928. Their mission is to celebrate their history, foster patriotic ideals, and promote God, home, and country. Although the students follow the Alabama course of study curriculum standards, supplemental and enrichment activities focus on patriotism and citizenship. Today, more than 1,300 students, K through 12th grade, almost 60% of whom live at or below the poverty level, have the privilege of attending this DAR school. The school campus has grown from the original 4-classroom building to include 240 acres of land and 40 buildings, 11 of which are faculty residencies. Since more than half the students at KDS live at or below the poverty level, purchasing personal items such as warm winter coats or appropriately sized shoes can sometimes be a challenge for the families. Thanks to collaborative efforts between the DAR, members of the community, and alumni, KDS administrators can ensure the students' opportunities for success are not hindered by personal or financial barriers. Michigan DAR has a long history of supporting KDS. Some of the projects are a $20,000 donation to renovate the baseball field and put in a dugout, the construction of a sidewalk on the KDS campus, the Michigan Center, and yearly scholarships to graduating seniors. You might recognize a few people in that. Kate Duncan Smith School will be celebrating 100 years in 2024, and the centennial celebration is officially underway. And again, Michigan DAR is stepping up to support the school. Plans are to create a new KDS DAR School Centennial Campus Commons. This project will focus on constructing and rejuvenating a neglected space in the heart of their historic campus. DAR of Michigan would like to contribute $25,000 for the blue level sponsorship of the Centennial Plaza. And you can support this project as an individual or chapter. Madam State Regent had a Giving Tuesday, which I think $5,000 was raised towards it, so it's kind of a neat project. Now our last stop is Hindman Settlement School in Hindman, Kentucky. Hyndman Settlement School was the first rural settlement school established in America and currently the most successful. Established in 1902 by May Stone and Catherine Pettit, both DAR members, in Hyndman, Kentucky, the school soon became a model center for education, healthcare, and social services. The school has played a vital role in preserving and promoting the literary and cultural heritage of southeastern Kentucky and central Appalachia. They provide dyslexia information, training, and support to parents, tutors, and teachers of children who learn differently. Since 1980, the school has been offering tutoring programs for children with dyslexia. These tutoring programs include an after-school tutoring program, a summer tutoring program, boy, I had a hard time with that word, and the Reading Lab Partnership, a collaborative effort with Knott County Public Schools that was launched in 2009. At Hyndman Settlement School, they're also proud of the area's rich and colorful history. They regularly develop and maintain arts programs focused on honoring and passing along their cultural heritage. Their folk arts education program provides weekly classroom instruction for students attending 5 Knott County public schools. They also work in the community with senior citizens, nursing home residents, a rehab center, a Head Start program, and a bi-weekly radio program. Hyndman Settlement School also hosts several workshops and events throughout the year that explore and celebrate Appalachia's rich cultural heritage. They have a lot of writers' workshops, if anybody's into writing. They have writing workshops, they have music workshops, they have a lot of different things, not just for people in that area. They are also a Grow Appalachia site. The program, a partnership with Berea College, works to solve persistent food insecurity issues in the Appalachian region. Their central mission is to help as many people grow as much food as possible using organic methods and to encourage more growth of food for local markets. And a lot of the DAR have provided, I don't know if your chapter has sent seeds ever to them, but we collect seeds and we'll be doing that again and encouraging people to send seeds down to them and they pass them on to the community so that they can grow food. If you're interested in knowing more about the DAR schools as a whole or individually, the best thing to do is to go to the National DAR website under Committees to DAR Schools. There's links to videos for each school. You can visit each school's website. Some of the schools have a newsletter that you can sign up to receive current news, or like Krosner sends out a magazine. And if you're on Facebook, like each school's pages is the best way to keep up to date on what's happening with each school. Berry College has an eagle cam. They have a nesting pair of eagles that you can actually watch them live stream. And Berry College.
Yep.
And usually they lay an egg or two and you can watch the eggs hatch and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. And there are many ways to support the schools. Box Tops for Education, which is now digital. You just take your phone, put the app down, and take a picture of your receipt, and somehow it figures out what works. And sometimes it's only 15 cents, but I guess everything adds up.
Yeah.
Amazon Smile and many other things. Gift cards and financial donations to the schools, or financial donations to the Friends of the DAR Schools Fund are always appreciated. If you donate $200 to the Friends of the DAR Schools, it allows you to then spend more money and purchase the pen if you like. I do have that. Part of your donation to the Van Wormer State Project goes to the DAR School Fund. Buying from the junior shop, purchasing the school pin. See isn't that pretty? Little hearts there. Buying that helps the schools also. But each of the schools also has specific needs. Most of the schools have a wish list on Amazon or on their website. And the best way about donating this way is you can get them exactly what they need. And then the item is also sent directly to the school, saving postage costs. Like if you're on Amazon, you can order it. They send it right to the school and you don't have to pay postage. But it's also kind of rewarding to collect items and donate them to the schools too, and it's very much appreciated. So it's amazing what a woman with a vision and a heart to serve can do. All of these schools were started by women with a vision for their communities. As I read about them, it just amazed me what these women accomplish. And isn't it an encouragement when we think, I'm only one person, what can I do? Every little thing makes a difference. And it also gives us reason to be part of an organization like DAR that really encourages service. So thank you for all you do to support our DAR students.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me here.